Hello, my name is Gabe Zollner. So, here we are. Prior to the presidential election, Obama had asked the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, to rein in on a number of their planned policies. And the reason that he asked them to rein in those policies is because he wanted to hedge his bet in being reelected. I don't know why he did that, because we all know how he got elected. It had nothing to do with the EPA or anybody else. It had to do with the Chicago machinery. But anyway, you know, what's interesting is that now that he's been reelected, the EPA is unleashing a host of environmental policies. One of them is going to, in all probability, bring gasoline prices up a minimum of additional 9 cents a gallon. That's a minimum of 9 cents a gallon. Now, that also includes heating oil. And for those folks back on the East Coast, they're going to be paying a whole lot more to stay warm this winter. The only good news that comes out of that is the majority of people back on the East Coast are Democrats. So, you know, you're going to pay for what you got going for you in the White House. Anyway, the other thing, too, is that some of these regulations are going to affect pretty much across the board in different industries. One of them that's going to be really hard hit is the Boilermakers. And they're suspecting, based on the new requirements, there'll be about 80,000 people that are in that industry will be looking for employment elsewhere. The EPA is going to bring such devastating policies into effect that the middle class are going to get slaughtered once again. So for those folks in the middle class that have voted for Obama, or even for those folks that thought they voted for Obama, you know, I have an idea. What should happen is each governor of each state should send out a questionnaire to people within various districts or counties and ask them a simple question. Not so much who did you vote for, but just did you vote? And then compare the results to the actuals within those respective counties or districts. Huh? That's a pretty good idea. Anyway, back to the EPA. The EPA, again, was kind enough to hold off so Obama could get reelected, but again, I don't think his reelection had anything to do with the EPA or any of their policies. It had to do with David Axelrod, the propaganda minister, and the Chicago machinery that kept their people on the ground for the last 4 years to ensure victory, which is what they've done to this point. I'm still optimistic. I'm still hopeful that the truth will prevail, and we can all help by doing our part. And the way we do our part is we demand that there's a recount. We demand that all these swing states, all the key swing states, have all of their ballots, their mail-in ballots, their absentee ballots, have them all verified as to whether or not they're authentic. That can change the course of this country. That can change the course of your children and your children's children's future. Unless that happens, they have no future. And if my hunch about Obama is correct, in that he is a devout Muslim, as is Mohammed Morsi in Egypt, he will do what Morsi is doing in Egypt, and that is to implement Sharia law. And for all you Christians out there, and for us Jews, we're all going to get slaughtered. Because if he is who I think he is, and if he stays where he is right now, Sharia law will become the law of the land. Don't believe it? Watch.